Dear students, so today we will be discussing about the awareness question answers of the chapter reproduction in plants. Okay, basically we will be discussing today about the long answer type question. Okay, so let's get started. Question number 1. Question number 1, here you see, describe the cutting method of the propagation of rose plant. Okay, so as you all know that this cutting method, it belongs to what? It belongs to the vegetative propagation, which is a type of what? Which is a type of asexual reproduction in plant. Okay, asexual reproduction, does not involve any gamete. Okay, that is neither male gamete or the female gamete. Okay, so let's see how this cutting method of propagation is done in case of a rose plant. In that case, what you have to do, a small part of stem of an existing plant having at least one bud on it is cut with a sharp knife. Okay, now better if the bud is axillary bud. Okay, axillary bud, what is axillary bud? The bud which is present in the axil. Okay, the bud which is present in the axil. Okay, now bud, it is what? It is a vegetative part. Stem is also a vegetative part, but if you want this cutting method of propagation, you need at least one intact bud. Okay, so that a new plant can grow. Okay, so with a sharp knife you have to cut the stem of an existing plant having at least one bud in it. Okay, and make sure that when you are cutting that one, the bud, it remains unaffected. Okay, now this is your stem cutting. After that, what you have to do, the lower end of the stem cutting, it is buried in the moist soil, not in a dry soil, in a moist soil where there is adequate amount of water. Okay, and the upper part of the cutting having the bud on it, it is kept above the ground. Here you can see this diagram. Number A, here you see the stem cutting is there, bud, it is present above the soil, and the lower part, it is buried under the soil. Okay, now this cutting, it is which is planted in the soil, it is watered every day. Okay, and after few days, what you will find? You will find that this cutting is developing what? It is developing root. Here in figure number B, you can see the stem cutting, it is developing what? It is developing root and shoot. Okay, this shoot, it develops from the bud, especially the axillary bud. Okay, now ultimately a new plant, it is produced from stem cutting of an existing plant, and remember, the new plant which is produced, it is exactly like that of the parent plant. Okay, next question, let's see. Next question, question number 2. How do plants such as ferns and mosses reproduce? Now, the plants such as ferns and mosses, they reproduce by means of spores. Okay, spores are what? Spores are the asexual reproductive bodies. Okay, by spore formation. Spore formation, it is also a type of asexual reproduction in plant. Okay, fern plant, it is what? It is a flowerless green plant which has a feathery leaf. Okay, fern plant mostly you will find it is growing on the surface of the wall, or you will find that it is growing on the surface of the other plant. Okay, now this fern plant, they have got the spores underside of the leaves, black dot is present underside of the leaf. Okay, now those are what? Those are spores. Okay, so this fern plants, it reproduces by spores released from underside of the leaf. Okay, now the clusters of the spore containing sporangia on the underside of the fern leaf, they are called what? They are called sori. That means the entire cluster or entire group of the sporangia on the underside of the fern leaf are called what? Are called sori. Remember. Okay. Next, moss. How does moss reproduce? Now, moss, it is a very small flowerless green plant without root which grows in damp places. Okay, it forms what? It forms a mat of vegetation, and this moss also, they develops from the spores, which is the asexual reproductive bodies. Next, how do plants benefit from seed dispersal? Seed dispersal means what? The seed dispersal means the scattering of seeds. Okay, so how do the plants, they get benefited from seed dispersal? Number A, seed dispersal, it prevents the overcrowding of plants in a particular area. Now, if all the seeds which is present in a particular fruit, or the seeds which is present in a plant, okay, the fruit in that particular plant, now if it falls onto a same place, then what will happen? All the seed, it will try to germinate. As a result, there will be a tendency of overcrowding of plant in a particular area. Okay, so seed dispersal, it maintains a uniform natural vegetation throughout the surface. Okay. Number B, seed dispersal. It prevents the competition for water, minerals and sunlight among the same kind of plant. Now, water, mineral and sunlight, it is required for the growth of a plant. It is indispensable for the growth of a plant, okay, because sunlight and water, it is what, it is essential for the process of photosynthesis, and minerals, they are required for the growth of the plant, okay. So, as a result, now if all the plants, they fall together at the same place, there will be a huge competition, and finally there will be a survival of existence. As a result, the plants, they will not develop into a healthy one. Most of the plants, they will die. Okay. So, in order to prevent the competition for water, minerals and sunlight, the seeds are dispersed onto a certain place. Okay. Next, the seed dispersal helps the plant to grow in a new place, not at all in a single place, but the agents like you can say wind, then water, then animals, they carry the seeds to distant places, to far off places, where they grow into a new plant in a new place. Okay. Next, number 4, how do bryophyllum plants reproduce? Okay. Now, the leaves of bryophyllum, they also undergo what? Asexual reproduction. Okay. Now, the leaves of bryophyllum plant, they develop some buds in its margin. Okay. Now, when the mature leaf of bryophyllum, it falls on the ground, then what happens? Then each bud, it can grow into a new plant. Okay. Now, here you see in this diagram, this adventitious bud are present along the leaf margin. Okay. So, when the mature leaf of bryophyllum plant, it grows in this leaf only. Okay. Now, when this mature bryophyllum plant leaf, it falls onto the ground, then what happens? In each bud, it can grow into a new plant. Okay. Sometimes even before the leaf drops off from a bryophyllum plant, we can see new plantlets are already growing on it. Okay. So, today up to this much. So, next day we will be discussing the awareness question answers of another chapter. Thank you everyone.